Yeah, I felt a lot more confident about this attempt than I did at the marathon project. I spoke with my coach the week before, and I remember I felt just so calm going into it, especially because I had run that course before. That was the same course that I ran my first marathon on. So I've exclusively only done time trial style marathons. So I'm really excited to hopefully not do another time trial style marathon for a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, but so I felt really calm. Like I knew the course, I knew it was fast, I knew I could run well there. So I felt ready to do it, and I felt fit. A lot of the workouts that I had done in this little like mini build that was a build off of the marathon project had gone incredibly well, especially the last couple weeks. And I had even had the chance to run at USATF half marathon champs in Atlanta, and I had a good race there on a really tough course. So I felt ready to go. The race started, everything, if literally the pace felt like I was going for a jog the whole time up until mile 20 when I broke away from the group, which made me feel really good mentally because something I had been doing a lot in practice. I do a lot of self-talk. So I'm like really good at coaching myself through it. My coach couldn't be there that day. He was with another athlete at the 10 in California.
Yeah.
So but I had plenty of support there and plenty of people who were like rooting me on. So I was like doing my best to just like keep myself calm, cool, and collected until I got to mile 20 when I knew I was ready to blow the field out of the water. With the exception of the Canadian female
Yeah.
who ran 2:31, I didn't even know she was there. Funny enough, I actually had thought I had won the race when I finished, and I was like, they must have
You're like,
just
where's the
forgot to.
banner? Why can't I
I
have the
thought I
banner?
literally I said to myself, I was like, they probably just weren't expecting me to get around that fast, and they didn't have time to set it up. And then my boyfriend told me that somebody else had finished, but that was, I mean, she's amazing.
He's an
Uh,
Olympian, to be clear, right? Like he
Oh,
wasn't
okay, cool.
like
Well, listen, that makes me feel better. I only have to shave off 3 minutes and 40 seconds to catch up to her. But
yeah.
um, so I knew around mile 20 that I was definitely going to get it, and now I was like, I just want to see what I can do because I didn't want to just OTQ. I
Yeah.
wanted to make a little bit of a statement. So I just started clicking off miles like it was my job. I told myself to, am I allowed to say a swear word?
You can say as much as you want.
Okay,
You're
great.
yeah, yeah,
So
you're
I
good.
told myself you have to run the shit out of this last 10K
Okay.
because I felt so good. So I just literally put my foot on the gas and just went for it. And then at mile 21, I looked down on my watch and I saw 5:37, which after running exclusively like 5:59 to
Yeah.
5:57 to go to 5:37, I was like, okay, that was a choice. But I
Yeah.
felt really good and I knew I could do something crazy. So I just trusted myself and I trusted the process. I know if my coach was there, he probably would have been extremely concerned with that decision because this wasn't something we had spoken about
Yeah.
beforehand. He told me to go if I felt good with 4 miles to go. But at
Yeah.
mile 20, I was still able to have a full blown conversation. So I was like, dude, just do it. Like, this is your moment.
Yeah.
So 5:37, 5:40, 5:41, 5:40. And then at that point, now I'm by myself. So the hardest part about running in these big groups and then being by yourself is like that's a super scary feeling to be literally sandwiched shoulder to shoulder with people. And now I'm on a vacant bike path. And as I'm sure Thomas told you, on the other side, or not
Yeah.
even on the other side, like 400 meters
That's the
up
bottom.
from where
Yeah.
you guys were, there was
Yeah.
nobody. There was
Yeah.
literally nothing. It just went from being loud and exciting to now it's desolate. So I'm alone with my thoughts now, full blown, just like trying to empty the gas tank as quickly
Yeah.
as I can and get to the finish line. And there wasn't even they like didn't have a biker for
Yeah. Spectacle.
so I was really by myself. There was nobody there. um so I just kept chugging along and I just tried to hold on to that for as long as I could. And I had literally haven't even done the math myself, but I have had people do the math for me. And I'm pretty sure the last 10K, I averaged around 5:41, 5:42.
Yeah.
So I full sent the last 6.2 miles just because
Um,
I didn't want, like I said, I didn't want to just be another not that there's anything wrong with hitting, just like that's hitting the OTQ standard would have been a dream day for me. And that's what I went in there to do. But I knew I had way more to give. And I knew I was in that moment ready to have that breakthrough performance. So you just, like you said, when the stars are aligned and when you're having that day, and that was that day. So I really wanted to milk that situation for everything I had, and to get to the finish line. And when I was running to the finish line, I saw the clock and I saw that I had 10 seconds to get underneath 235. Not knowing, I completely forgot about the fact that I started 20 seconds behind everybody else because it was a drip start. So I finished thinking I ran 235 flat, but when I crossed the finish line, my boyfriend, after we were done, hugging everything, he hands me his phone and I saw that I ran 234.40. And I was like, what do you mean that I broke 235? I hadn't even known. I've completely forgot about that. So I feel like it took me a couple minutes for all of the emotion to sink in, and it took about, I'd say, 5 minutes for the waterworks to start, because after running a marathon and being that delirious and dehydrated, you just need a second. But yeah, it was everything that I wanted on the day and more. And knowing how good I felt the last 10K, I think I have more to give in the marathon. I think I have a lot more to give, and I'm excited to see what I can do now that I checked the box of the standard, because I think if I had run that to the fitness that I had on that day, I probably could have gotten a little bit more out of the day if I went a little sooner. But I went there to get the standard, and that's what I did. And I can say that I PR'd by 6 minutes.
That's massive.